Hey guys, what's up my awesome YouTube family? I debated on whether or not to make this video simply because it may not be interesting to a lot of people, but I decided to do it anyway just because. So, last Wednesday, which was, oh gosh, I don't even know what the date was. But last Wednesday, it was the last Wednesday of August, I got my ears pierced. And those of you that have been with me for a while know that's been a struggle with me. I had my ears pierced for the very first time when I was like 15, 16 years old. I got them pierced at Claire's, which back then that was the place to go. If you were a teenager and wanted to get your ears pierced, you went to Claire's. So I went there, got my ears pierced. I had them pierced for a long time. And then there just came a time where I was a phase where I was like, I don't want to have earrings anymore. I don't want to wear them anymore. I let my holes close up, no big deal. And then about, 4 years ago? 3 years ago? I wanted to have them pierced again. And not knowing what I know now, I went back to Claire's. I know now that Claire's is like really, that's the place you want to avoid. If you want to get your ears pierced, don't go to Claire's. That's what I've heard. So I went back to Claire's and got my ears pierced. But I was not vigilant about doing the cleanup. Cleaning my piercings, cleaning around my ear twice a day and doing all that stuff. I wasn't doing the maintenance and the care that I should have been doing. And one of my ears got infected. I believe my left ear got infected. It swelled up so big and I couldn't touch it. I couldn't lay on that side. It was just horribly painful. I had a nurse friend who I went to, I'm like, what do I do? So she said, take the earrings out, both of them, take them both out. Let your ears heal, and don't do this again. And so I didn't. For a long time, I didn't. I've always had, even when I had my ears pierced when I was a teenager, I always had problems with the left ear. For some reason, my left ear is just a problem ear. It just always gives me a hard time. So I've been wanting to have my ears pierced for a while now. And I felt bad that the last time, I think it got infected because I didn't do the maintenance on it. And I didn't clean it properly, I didn't curl the earrings enough, I didn't, do the things I was told to do. So when I was in town this last time, visiting my family, I said, I really want to go and get my ears pierced. I really want to do this again. Because this time I'm older, I'm wiser, I know that the care is important, that cleaning them is important, I know all this stuff now. I feel like I'm ready to handle that responsibility. So, I knew my best option from what I've heard, again it's all just hearsay, is to go to a place that does like tattoos and piercings. That's the best place to go to for that kind of thing. If you want to have your ears pierced and do it right, go to a place like that that does tattoos and piercings. The problem is, at least here in this state, the problem is you're very hard pressed to find really thorough reviews of places that do both, because you're going to find a wealth of reviews on tattoos, but not a whole lot on piercings. And a couple of the tattoo shops that were nearest to my location, the reviews that were about the piercings were not all that positive. So I found a place in the mall in town, and it's called the Piercing Pagoda. And they had the highest reviews of any place I checked out. The reviews were just very thorough, very explanatory, very positive, and I just thought that's where I want to go. So I told Lois, my dad's romantic partner, I said, if possible, I want you to go with me, because I want it to be like we call each other almost mom and almost daughter, because, she's not married to my dad. So she's not like, you know, my mom in that way, but she's like a mom to me and I'm like a daughter to her. So I said, I want to be like an almost mom, almost daughter thing we go and do together. You go with me and I have this done. And she said, okay, I'm up for that. So Wednesday night we went to the mall. We dropped my dad off at the house, and then we went to the mall. And we entered the mall. We went down the elevator and we found the piercing pagoda. It was a kiosk in the middle of the mall. I thought it was going to be like one of the stores in the mall, like a regular store, like in the mall. But it was a kiosk in the mall. I'm like, okay. So we went there, and the guy who was working the kiosk was helping somebody else. So we just walked around and looked at all the jewelry. They had necklaces and bracelets and rings. They had cartilage piercings and all kinds of piercings for all kinds of areas on the body. And so we just looked at all they had. And he was helping that guy out for a good 10-15 minutes. And then he finally came over and I said, I'm here to get my ears pierced. He said, okay, great. He said, these are the earrings that we have if you're getting your ears pierced. These are the ones we recommend you to buy if possible, because these are you know, gold, real gold, and they're, you know, he mentioned all the stuff about them. So we looked at them, and of course, my being a cheapskate, I was hoping to pay as little as possible. Of course, the ear piercing was free when you buy a pair of earrings, so that's standard. I was expecting that, but they were they weren't expensive, but to me they were. Does that make sense? They weren't expensive, but to me they were expensive. So, yeah. We're looking at the little stand that had the first time piercing earrings in them. And a family came up and he said, I'm going to help them while you're looking at the earrings. I said, okay, no problem. So he went over and talked to them. They want to get their baby's ears pierced. Cute little baby, adorable little baby. And so, I felt bad for Lois because I know that she is in tremendous pain all the time. And by this time she'd been standing up. We've both been standing up for at least like 25 minutes. And so he came over and got the stand that had the earrings in them and took them over to their family so they could see which ones they wanted for the baby. And so we just continued walking around looking at the jewelry, and he brought the stand back over to us when they had finished. They went to change the baby's diaper, I guess, before they got her ears pierced. So I picked out the ones I wanted, and he said, okay, I'll get those for you right now. He went down to where they keep the earrings in the bottom of the thing, and came back up and said, we don't have that one. I'm like, I should have laid money on the fact that you guys wouldn't have the one I wanted. So I was trying to find the second pair I liked as much as the first pair. And he went back down and said, wait, no, but you've had those. He came up with the box of earrings. I'm like, okay, good. So he said, let's go ahead and get you pierced. I'll be sitting in a chair. The chair was on the outside of the kiosk, like facing the walkway, like facing the mall. And I'm a very private person, so I'm going to be like inside the kiosk, like, you know, where nobody would see it. But the chair was right there outside the kiosk, facing out. I'm like, okay, I wasn't worried about it hurting. I've had my ears pierced before. I know what it feels like. It's not really like painful, so it's uncomfortable, you know, for me. So I sat down in the chair. He cleaned my ears with an antiseptic wipe or something like that. And then he marked where the ears were going to go. He said, check and make sure you're happy with where these markings are. I'd rather have to mark your ear 3 separate times than pierce you all once. I said, you're right, I agree. So I looked in the mirror. I said, your markings are where I want them to be. Where I want the earrings to be is fine. So once he marked my ears and they were clean and everything, then what I liked about the experience with him was not only was he cute and sexy as all get out, but he talked through the whole thing, and he would pierce you in the middle of a sentence. And I wasn't expecting that. So he was talking to me and he pierced my ear in the middle of the sentence. I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, oh wow. And so he did both ears, and Lois took pictures on her phone. I said, take pictures of me get my ears pierced. So you can see in one picture, I'm like, I didn't think I tensed up, but apparently I did. So, got my ears pierced. He cleaned around the piercing really well and everything, and then he by the time the other family was back, he gave me the information, some, papers and stuff like that. And, hang on. After he cleaned around my piercings and everything, he put some of this stuff on my ears, which I'm now obsessed with. It's called H2 Ocean. It's a piercing spray, and this is what it looks like. You see right there's a piercing pagoda. And this stuff, it felt like he was putting, in a good way, it felt like he was putting like ice chips on my ears. I was like, it felt so good. I wasn't gonna buy this. I was just gonna buy the ear care solution. But after he put it on me, I'm like, how much was that again? So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. Lois actually was a sweetheart and bought this for me, and I appreciate her so much for doing that. But this is H2 Ocean, and so it says on the back, spray on the pierced area and allow the solution to absorb into the skin. Do not wipe off. And it says recommended use 3 to 6 times per day. I use it about twice a day, and it works really, really well. So I love this stuff. But Lois took a picture of me getting my ears pierced. We got finished, and I told Lois, I said, I'm gonna ask you one question. Go sit down. I could tell she was just hurting so badly. I felt so bad. So I said, go sit down. I'm gonna ask him a question. I went ahead and asked him a couple questions, made sure I got the care instructions down, knew what I was supposed to do, and then we left. We drove back to my dad's house, and yeah, I was nervous about sleeping the first night because I always sleep on my side, either side, and so I was worried I wouldn't be able to sleep comfortably because of the piercings, but it was no problem at all. It went just fine. I haven't had any. Now my left ear has swelled up a little bit. Now and then it'll swell up a little bit, and I can feel it swelling up a little bit, but it never lasts long. The swelling goes away usually within an hour or so, and it's not like overly painful or overly sensitive at all. So I'm hoping this time I can keep these holes in my ears, and it was something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Been checking out reviews and checking out prices and seeing what I wanted and that kind of thing. So I'm very excited to finally have my ears pierced. And every time I twirl my earrings, I'm like, oh, I got earrings, I got earrings. It's like an endorphin thing for me. It's like instant happiness. Like I have earrings now. So I never did take pictures of the earrings themselves. And I'm not sure if you can see them or not, if I can't see them too well. They're just cute little earrings. So I love them. I'm very happy with them, and I cannot recommend Piercing Pagoda highly enough. It was a great place to go. The guy, like I said, was not only cute and sexy, but he was very knowledgeable and very good and very reassuring, and it was just a wonderful experience. I thought some of you might find this somewhat interesting. All sorts of pictures at the end for you to laugh at and enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and go and get this uploaded. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.